All right, good morning, trade pros. Welcome to the morning market update for Wednesday, August the 5th. Hope you guys are having a great day. Wearing my Trade Pro shirt, STFR. I think that's what we're going to have to do today. Sell the you know what rip. I don't know. I just put it on. We'll see. It's a little bit chillier today, so I just put on a light long sleeve, and this was it. Let's talk about the market and a few updates today. All right, so the rally continues overnight. We have gotten to a high of 33.21 3/4 on the S&P, the futures, that is. All right, that's below or above yesterday's close at 32.98 half. And so we've seen an advancement overnight, a pretty weak volume, but we have managed to conquer that 3,300, that all-important level. Now let's see if it holds. It's going to be a big test for the bulls. All right, traders in the markets are awaiting some kind of progress from Washington, all right, on a new coronavirus aid package to assist with the recovery efforts. This morning we got some pretty dismal jobs data. We'll talk more about that in a moment. But, you know, the expectation of the market at this point is that we're going to get stimulus. And so I think the government's got to come through or risk disappointing it pretty big. All right, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said the plan is for negotiators to agree by the end of this week. Nancy Pelosi's already said that she doesn't think it'll be this week, but she's hopeful. All right, just a reminder, the Senate is also scheduled for their August recess on Friday. House is already out, but if there is a bill, lawmakers could be asked to come back with a 24-hour notice to make a vote. All right, so that's kind of where they're at. Markets are sort of expecting it. I think it's already priced in. When it is announced, you'll probably see a little bit of a pop, but you know that it's already kind of been priced in. If you look at the S&P being 3,300 after this pandemic, you know it's already priced in. All right, on the trade front, U.S. Trade Representative Robert Lighthizer and Chinese Vice Premier Liu He are going to meet again in mid-August to discuss the Phase 1 deal between the U.S. and China. All right, kind of back to the old rhetoric. If you guys remember the cycle of how they pumped the market up, you know, we're going to have a meeting. Oh my God, things are going to be great. Market's up 100 points. The meeting disappoints. Market's down 60 points, still up 40, and then repeat, rinse, recycle, repeat. All right, we're back to that. So there's going to be some expectation for the discussion in mid-August. You know, I think the expectation is, will they strengthen the Phase 1 deal? Will they move to Phase 2? Will it be a productive discussion? Will it be able to tone down a little bit of the tensions between U.S. and China? Those are all the questions that have now been introduced into the S&P 500, all the unknowns that's caused. Yesterday, had quite a few companies report earnings. Square's up 9.6%, huge jump in revenue. All right, Walt Disney's up 6% as well after hours, reaching 100 million paid streaming subscribers, which is just fantastic. That was their plan. Remember, it was their plan to do 60 to 90 by 2024. Well, it's 2020. And I think the executives of boardroom got to be a little bit more optimistic with their forecasts. But also, nobody kind of factored in people staying at home and watching TV for months at a time, right? Because of the pandemic, which I think, you know, isn't really the best use of time. This is a great time to have done something like learn how to trade, start your own business, whatever it is. You know, hopefully you did that. I mean, our community, the traders in our community, we managed to attract kind of the sharpshooters, and we're doing that on a daily basis. So it's been really exciting to see this turn into an opportunity. All right, in Asia, Japan's down 0.3%. Hong Kong's up 0.6. China's up 0.2 as well. India's down 0.1%. In Europe, London up 1, Paris up 0.8, Frankfurt up 0.8. So the momentum strengthened in the European markets, which then transferred over on the carry to the U.S. So far, Dow's up 0.7, S&P's up 0.5%, Nasdaq's up 0.4%. You know, Dow is up, X down the least. Crude oil is up quite a significant amount. We're going to talk about that. I'm not going to steal Steven's thunder, but there's some activity in Lebanon that Boxy's going to talk about on the morning market update for oil. Gold's up 1.7%. It broke 2050 overnight, and I'm very close to getting to the fade level. Just not yet, though. There's a short coming, just not yet. I think people will start profit taking on this. There's a few factors I'm watching closely as well, so I don't think it's time to kind of move right in front of the steamroller, but there is a time coming for a bit of a fade opportunity, which is natural. Everyone long has to take some profit at some point. First and foremost, the institutional money is probably on the same wavelength, but we'll track this trend. It's fantastic. Breaking 2050 is huge. That's a massive accomplishment for gold. Bitcoin's up 1.4 to above 11,000. And this morning we had a really, really disappointing jobs report. But the market shrugged it off because this isn't the one that matters. ADP jobs don't matter. Okay, it's a precursor. Its only significance is a precursor or a little bit of a, um, here's an infusion of numbers for you before Friday. Friday is the real big day. So if Friday numbers come out positive, this report's all but forgotten already. All right, but here's what it is saying, and it does have some predictive power, and it's kind of scary. July was a terrible month for employment. Only 167,000 jobs added. All right, in a month where a lot of things reopened, which means people aren't coming back to work. All right, which is part of the reason why Steve Mnuchin is looking to reduce the benefit to stay home, because some people are getting paid as much, if not equal, as working. So, it's a toss-up, this whole thing. There's never a right answer. I always tell you guys that there's the answer that helps us trade, but there's never a right answer. And if you think there's a right answer, you should be in politics. Make change happen. I'd support you guys. If you're in Canada, I'd vote for you. If I like your agenda. All right, so here's how it came out. 167,000 jobs, which you might think, on its own, well, is that good? Is it bad? There were jobs added. The expectation was 1.5 million in new jobs. All right, so if you expect a check for 1.5 million and you get $167,000, you're going to be asking some questions, aren't you? There's going to be some butt kicking that's going to happen. Well, same thing with the ADP. It really missed on a tremendous amount. The low end of the range was 500,000 jobs. It slipped to 167. That's abysmal. That's really bad numbers. The previous was 2.3 million in June in comparison. But you do have to remember, one thing did happen. That June was actually revised higher. We went from 2.3 million in June to 4.3 million in June. So they added 2 million jobs on the back month as a revision, okay? Because they could do that ADP. Now, if the non-farm payrolls that on Friday, it's gonna be a big sell-off. I think that right there is not a good economic indicator. But the economy is separated from the market anyways. Just one tweet, one Federal Reserve press conference. It's all it takes to pump it back up. Some more money. All right, free money is pushing this thing higher. Everyone's at the party. Everyone's drunk, and the punch bowl keeps getting spiked. That's where we're at in this market. So very interesting. This sets up a very important Friday. If this ADP is a precursor to what's going to happen on Friday, it could get ugly. All right, if Friday's numbers just blow it out of the water, then you just kind of start to wonder, what's the point of the ADP report anyways, especially for this month? It's going to be scrapped, forgotten. Nobody will talk about it ever again. All right. But keep an eye out. Friday morning, 8:30. We will be trading that in our elite room, by the way, with all of our members of TRADEPRO Academy, all the elite members. We're going to trade that together. And that elite room in the mornings for trades, oftentimes you get 10, 20, 30 points, pay for your whole membership for TRADEPRO Academy in a year in one elite room. In some cases, I'm not saying it's going to happen to everybody. Got to know what you're doing still. And yeah, fantastic work. I'm very proud of the team. So 8:15 this morning, we also had an international trade. It didn't really come out that great. I'm sure that'll be a discussion point with Robert Lighthizer. 9:45, we have PMI Services Index. That's an important one. Then 10 a.m., we have ISM Non-Manufacturing. That's an important one. That's a key one. Then at 10:30, we have crude oil inventories. All right, we have the EIA or DOE crude oil number on Wednesday. Where in 1 hour of your day, you can make more money than a whole week of your job trading crude oil. Crude oil is a fantastic market Wednesdays. It hasn't been that good this summer. It's been more quiet, but I think it's going to pick up again. All right, that's the DOE report. And then 5 p.m., Fed's Messer has an economic outlook. All right, not that busy, but 9:45, top of the hour. Those are the two big economic reports. And a big Friday shaping up for the markets. All right. The video's cutting off. That's weird. That's the second time that it's happening. I don't know, Debojit. It sounds like it's S&P going to break 33.25 this week. It already has. Well, depending on the futures or not, it hasn't. It's 21.75. It sounds like you have an option that has to happen. All right. Why did you buy it? The put or the call, whatever it is. That's the question. I don't really know. I can't tell you that. I can tell you that if we go above the 25, I'll be long already, because there's some real-time opportunities, but I can't tell you about a level. Nobody can. Anyone that does is lying to you, including you to yourself, unfortunately. No one knows where the market's going. It just gets there, and the most important skill is reading the real time. People who try to forecast always fail. All right, that's just how it goes. Hi, Atus says audio's fine. All right, amazing. Marie, it is better now. Fantastic. It's weird what's going on. It might be a YouTube thing. It might be us. If it happens a third time, I'll investigate it. But love you guys. That's it for today. Be good. We got to open up the report for oil. We have a really opportunistic day, so I'm really interested what our oil desk manager is going to say. We're going to flip to the trading room. YouTube, you guys have a great day. Hope to see you in our room. It's a great time to start out, especially given that Friday has a huge report that you could learn how to trade. Every time that we trade the report, we tell people how to trade it first. It's not just like we log in, I'm eating a bagel, crumbs falling out of my mouth, and then we trade. All right, it's an educational experience through and through. So I love you guys. Be good. Have a great day. Peace out. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.